Welcome to the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Wednesday, February 10th. Over the last 14 days, we've seen precipitation mainly move across western Nevada last week with a storm that moved through, and also over parts of central Idaho into Wyoming. We've had drier conditions further east and south across the Great Basin. New snowfall we've seen has been mainly in the higher terrain of Utah and also in the Sierra over the last couple of days as a storm moved through. However, this precipitation was mainly on the lighter side. Our snowpack is still below normal across much of the Great Basin, with the exception of parts of central and eastern Idaho into Wyoming, where snowpack is near normal. Looking at our satellite picture this morning, we do have a trough of low pressure that is moving through the Great Basin. That did bring us some showers yesterday, but now has moved through central areas, so we're still seeing some cloud cover in the east, but for the most part, most of the shower activity has moved east and south. So today will be a day in between storms with quieter weather, lighter winds in some areas, and clearer skies. Later today, you can see the weather pattern, so still some clouds over the eastern half of the Great Basin, but drier conditions with more of a northerly wind over western areas. Dispersion will be good across much of Nevada as we still see some breezy northwest to west winds, which also reach up into southern Idaho. However, lighter winds over the Sierra front will indicate lower dispersion along with parts of Utah. Looking at those winds today, you can still see those gusty winds over the northern half of the Great Basin, with wind gusts generally in the 20s or 30s. Mixing heights will remain low to moderate across the Great Basin. On Thursday, we have another storm system approaching the west coast, so we will see an increase in cloud cover along with showers, especially later in the day on Thursday over western and northern areas up into Idaho and in the Sierra. As these winds increase ahead of this next system, we will again see fairly good dispersion across much of Nevada, Utah, into southern Idaho. So you can see those winds increase along the Sierra and into parts of western Nevada on Thursday and still remain breezy over the northern half of the region, but also wind gusts start to pick up over the mountains of southern Utah. Mixing heights will start increasing as that low pressure system moves in, so we will see more moderate mixing heights across the region. This storm will continue into Friday morning, so we will continue to see showers over much of the Great Basin. Even over southern areas, we'll see some lighter precipitation. This storm will be a little stronger than the one we saw yesterday, therefore expect a little bit more in the way of precipitation, especially in the higher terrain. We'll still continue with those breezy winds on Friday, so good dispersion region-wide. On Friday, the strongest winds will be over the northern half of the Great Basin, where wind gusts will be in the 30 to 45 mile per hour range, especially north across Idaho into Wyoming and the higher terrain of northern Utah. Lighter winds will occur over southern areas of the Great Basin with low to moderate mixing heights. Looking at the forecast clearing index for Utah, we will see those lighter winds except for the higher terrain today, so lower clearing indices in the lower elevations and more moderate clearing indices in the higher elevations, but we will see those clearing indices increase over the next 2 days as winds increase ahead of that next system. Forecast amounts of precipitation are indicated here. Obviously, you can see the higher amounts of precipitation are in the Sierra and the mountains of Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming, and even into northern Nevada. But even southern areas will see some light precipitation, and most of the valley locations will also see light precipitation of a mix of snow and rain as well. Going into the weekend, we have another storm on tap for Saturday, so again, unsettled conditions with cloud cover and showers across the Great Basin, even into southern areas on Saturday, along with continued breezy winds, which will continue to keep dispersion good across Nevada and much of Utah. Sunday will be a break in activity as the first area of low pressure moves off to the east, still keeping some showers over the eastern half of the Great Basin, with weak ridging moving into Nevada, but we do have another system quickly on the heels for Monday. So on Monday, that next system moves through, so another round of clouds and precipitation and continued breezy winds. On Tuesday, the system will move into northern and eastern areas of the Great Basin, so we will see a drier period move into western areas of the Great Basin much of next week, but again, more storms are on tap for later in the week. Otherwise, northerly to northwesterly flow behind this system will continue on Tuesday with good dispersion region-wide. Precipitation from Monday through Wednesday is indicated here. So with that next system early next week, you can see again another round of precipitation for all areas of the Great Basin. Not quite as heavy as what we'll see most likely for the storms for Thursday into Friday, and then again on Saturday, which will again be more in the moderate range anyway, but the Monday system looks like the weakest of the next three systems. We will still get some good new snowfall up into the Sierra and also into northern California with some good precipitation amounts there. The 8 to 14 day outlook, taking us from February 17th through the 23rd, shows cooler than normal conditions across the Great Basin, with a return to warmer and drier conditions in the south, and then wetter conditions mainly affecting the northern half of the Great Basin. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back on Friday for the latest updates.